Russia is using all its might to try and take this city.
My name is Alex Khomyanko. I was born in Ukraine in the eastern city of Kharkiv. I left Ukraine after high school and I lived in the US for many years. And then I came to Taiwan last year. About 5 months after I came here, the war began. Being Ukrainian, on the first day of the war, I went out to protest with the Ukrainian flag in front of the Russian trade office here. That's how I met a lot of other Ukrainian and European and Taiwanese supporters who all came out to protest. And from that protest corner, the organization that I now am a part of, called Taiwan Stands with Ukraine, has sprung up, and we do protests, we do events, we fundraise, we just try to be a channel between the Ukrainians and Taiwanese here and the Taiwanese government, the Ukrainian public, Ukrainian government, and just do everything that we can here from Taiwan to support Ukraine. And I have to say that Taiwan, from day one, the government, the public, everybody has been incredibly supportive of us and of Ukraine, and for that we're very grateful. One of the hardest things here in Taiwan for us, for a lot of Ukrainians, is just seeing the images of the war on social media and knowing that we're so far away, but then they hit home so hard. Just yesterday I was looking at Twitter, and I saw a post by somebody who just said they got a call that their father died fighting in Bakhmut, which is one of the hotspots right now in the eastern part of the country. And I was just struck by the fact that here I am going about my day here in Taiwan. I'm safe. I have just had Christmas with my family, and then just seeing how somebody's just posting that their father is never coming back home, and there's just so many other examples of that we are exposed to every day, every week. It's still very, very hard for us to see that here. Ukraine has been under a lot of cyber attacks from the beginning of the war, both from the official channels, so the government websites, the banks, the companies in Ukraine has been constantly under the barrage of attacks from Russia. When originally there was a thought that Ukraine was going to get defeated in a matter of a few days, there was a lot of information and misinformation on social media, which thankfully, as the things progressed, Ukraine has managed to combat pretty effectively. What people can do is stay informed, follow the right news sources, find the right information, don't fall for misinformation, and that requires you to have a lot of good sources and good platforms you follow, cross-referencing what you see, right? Never forwarding things that may not be true, spreading them through your own networks. I think that's kind of the really basic thing that everybody who uses social media is supposed to be doing. People can start amplifying the good sources that they have and good information, and/or calling out other people who are spreading misinformation. I think that's for people who have followings on social media, that's something that they should be doing. And then next level up from that is, there's some smaller percentage of people who can be involved in actually creating content and creating memes, creating something that goes out there into the social sphere and trying to spread information out or trying to generate support and sentiment. I think one of the most important things that Ukrainians did in the social media sphere is to really find that strong, authentic, unique voice and get it out there into all the different social media channels. And that comes both from the kind of organized government media, where there are teams working and producing content for all the different branches of the government. For example, in response to a country announcing some help for Ukraine, they will put out a video that shows, thank you, with the right content for, the right country that can resonate with the country's citizens. And then on the flip side, on more of the personal level, just a lot of people speaking very authentically about what is going on and how they feel. And I think that voice, the very personal voice, has been very, very important, because you can't replicate that with sort of a propaganda machine. What Russia is doing is putting out a lot of very kind of artificial content, patriotic content, but that those are usually not the ordinary citizens doing it, because their citizens are either dying in the war or hiding from the war, a lot of them, and all of Ukraine is basically just showing the world what is happening and how they're united and how they're fighting. And that authentic voice, I think, has been really important, really resonating with the world. I've met a lot of Taiwanese through my work here supporting Ukraine, and I'm just struck by how friendly and how supportive people were from the beginning. A lot of people who have supported us talked about how they see Taiwan as being potentially in a similar situation with Ukraine, living in the shadow of a larger neighbor that may want to harm it in some way. Others just couldn't see the kind of suffering that another free democratic country was going through without really asking for it. So everybody had kind of their own different reasons, but I would say I've seen 95 or more % support from the Taiwanese public from day one. We stand on the corner in front of the Russian trade office still twice a week, and we collect money to help Ukraine. And when I'm touched the most is when there's an older guy on uncle on a moped that comes every couple of weeks, and he saves up a couple of hundred NT, and he comes and he talks to us and he gives us that little money that he was able to save, and he just gives it to us so that we can send it to Ukraine, right? And other times there are people who stop and just give us maybe 1,000 NT, and they don't even buy any masks and just say, no, just take it, just this is just the least we can do, please help. And so I've had so many of those moments through the years, through the year that we've been here. And that's what I think about when I think about Taiwan and how Taiwan is helping Ukraine. It's just those individual people who, just see us, want to help. They want really nothing in return, and they just keep coming and helping us. And for that, we're grateful. It's still very, very hard for us to see that here. I have to say that just how much Taiwan has been helping us is really helping us get through those moments, and to keep fighting, to keep helping Ukraine.